Billy is a were-goat. And, normal goats will eat anything, but were-goats, boy, they have a real taste for human flesh.
Ew.
And, Billy's favorite food is just fingers and toes. Meanwhile, Billy's is going to, reach down and bite, the shoe and take the shoe off and start slowly, chewing the shoe after it's off his foot. 'Cause, it would just be it's a terrible way to go, being eaten by a goat.
And embarrassing to be eaten by a goat.
It's a were-goat. Were-goats are not like predatory animals, so they've got small teeth. It takes a long time. It's a terrible way to go. I've seen it happen before. It'd be best for everyone if you just gave us other things to do by giving us other targets.
So we ask once again, how many are in your group?
Can I see if my ploy works?
Yes. Feel free to roll
Yeah,
it.
because now he's scared.
Creative?
Yeah, I'll give you a +2 for that.
Yay! It's an even roll.
Don't cancel out your negative.
Ooh, good one. Yes.
Right, it was an even roll.
He just kind of looks at you and he stares at you for a few minutes and stares at the goat and goes, I think it might make a good dinner later on. You're a little too scrawny for dinner, personally. This, of course, makes this makes the guard, the other bandit who's standing next to him, giggle.
As I hear this, I get annoyed. I'm like, ah, and I wild shape into a wolf, and I start walking close to him, and with my drooling teeth, snarling at him and attempting to bite at him.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, I'm moving Billy away because Billy doesn't need to be near wolves.
that is genuinely intimidating. So a snarling wolf appears amongst the party.
And all my stuff falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Can I use prestidigitation to make the wolf look even more frightening? The eyes glow and...
You can try.
Sure.
All right. So go ahead and roll with advantage on your performance.
Performance. For the wolf?
Yes.
I don't think he has performance.
You have everyone has a base, but it's whether or not you get the. So
it's most likely just your charisma modifier.
You currently have a -1 for performance, but you click on the advantage, so you're going to roll with advantage.
All right.
Double click the -1, and that will roll it. Sweet sauce.
Nice.
Okay, now that actually gives you an advantage on your intimidation. So now roll intimidation with advantage. Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
We beat a 15 finally.
Yeah.
All right. This gets the bandit leader's attention, and as a matter of fact, the other bandit next to him is like, "You got it! He's clearly lost the capability of speaking in tongues, or he's gained the capability of speaking in tongues. Not sure which. So, there. Ha 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 ha.
Cool.
The bandit captain guy, he tries to press himself back in the tree. He's like, get this thing away from me! Get this thing away from me! I'll tell you what you want! I'll tell you what you want!
I back up, but I'm still snarling at him, like I'm angry at him, and I just let the team do their thing, but I'm staring dead in his eyes.
I'll say clearly he's hungry, so let's not waste any time and get through these questions as quickly as we can.
He kind of glances at you, then starts thinking. He goes, you tie that thing up. Get away from me.
Well, that all depends on how cooperative you are to my friend's questions here.
Where is the base?
It's upriver, just inside the mouth of the canyons.
Hubert takes out his parchment. That's the map. Point to an area up the river. I say, here. Make him identify.
He looks at you like you're insane, and he's like, "How am I supposed to point? You got me tied up."
Use your foot. Your toes are available now.
We even graciously took off your boot.
And ate it.
All right. Well, he makes a half-hearted attempt to kick dirt at the wolf, which doesn't go very far.
I bite very hard, but not
Really?
at him, just in the air.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, go ahead, roll an attack, but no. Okay, fine. So he basically points at where you have the X.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's lying about that?
Okay. What'd you get? Yeah, he's telling the truth.
I got a 6. Yeah, he's totally telling the truth.
He is. He is so under your control at the moment.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody tell more truth in one sentence.
Something like that. All right, so he's pointing. He's like get the wolf, get the wolf away.
I'm still gonna keep snarling at him and holding my ground.
And what are you guys gonna do?
Well, the next question is where do they cross the river?
Is that what you say?
Indicate where they cross the river on the map.
He's like, it's where the road crosses the river. I mean, where else would you cross it?
There's a spot where the road crosses the river?
I'm pretty sure the dash line is the road.
Yeah. Must be like a bridge or something.
A real bandit group would have a secret crossing somewhere so they could sneak around behind people. But apparently these folks aren't very good at their jobs. How many bandits are in your group?
8.
8. And so there's 3 left?
That sounds way less than the number we were given by the guard captain, right?
Yep. I'm going to roll insight. And I suck.
Can I also roll insight, or is that 3 just what I get for this conversation?
Go ahead.
Okay. 11's better than 6, I guess.
Well, he's not.
We're all paying attention.
He's not. I mean, he's telling you some truth, but you can tell that he's kind of backed off a little bit. He's kind of playing the fear up a little bit now.
So we could tell that he's not being entirely truthful?
Or forthcoming. Your pick.
I'll say, look, I can only hold back this feral beast as long as you're providing us with answers that he likes. So why don't you start being a little more honest, and we could get out of this unscathed. Otherwise, I have no idea what this creature's going to do to you.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion on that one.
Persuasion?
Yeah. Oh, so close to a 17.
That hovered.
That hovered.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not fair. All right, he's like, yeah. He's like, well, there's 8 humans.
And
I'm not telling you. I'm telling you the truth. There's 8 more humans in the camp.
what about the other races?
Ooh, there's some kobolds. They help. I mean, you got kobold helpers.
You know, some is probably my favorite number. Why don't we have our wolf friend eat some of your leg?
Yeah, I think we need to cause a little pain.
As I hear this, I walk closer and I just start snarling, and I look down at his leg, and like drool starts dripping down from my mouth.
All right, roll your performance again.
Roll my what?
Performance. Okay, and now roll persuasion or intimidation. Sorry, intimidation. Wow.
You're such a good roller, Baz.
Tell me about it. Okay, he tries to pull the leg underneath him and get it away from you, and he's like, I don't know. They keep coming and going. There's got to be probably 15, maybe more. All depends on what that Cobb says.
Still don't know if he's telling the truth.
Is Cobb the leader of the Green Snake clan?
Cobb is a niya-yur curse word for female dog, aka it's a derogative name you give to females.
What does the kobold's leader call themselves?
Chiefs?
What symbol do these kobolds have on their armor? What does it look like?
He looks at you kind of like you're daft. He's like, green snakes. You know, they all got green snakes painted all over them.
Excellent. And these kobolds, are they using magic or are they mostly using weapons?
Yeah, the kobolds, they're just using normal weapons, he says suspiciously.
Have you seen a elven druid working with them, giving them orders?
His eyes like jump, and he kind of looks at you like really surprised, and he's like, "Where'd you hear that?"
We're testing you to see how truthful you are. If you don't pass, the wolf takes a foot.
He kind of looks at the ground. He's like, "There's a priestess who's with them, and she's the one calling all the shots."
Her name?
I don't know her name.
What language does she speak?
I don't know, some gobbledygook.
Any symbols? What magic have you seen her do?
Oh, she wears a silver pendant. It's one of those stupid deity symbol things.
And the symbol looks like?
It's knots all tied together.
Do I recognize that using religion or?
Well,
whatever?
that description covers every religious symbol you are aware of.
Using minor illusion, I will make a few examples and ask him to identify which one is closest.
Oh my! How about you roll a performance?
I was thinking more about religion, but same difference.
Nice roll.
No, it's not.
I think it's a great roll. He just kind of looks at them and he's like, he doesn't recognize anything. He's like, yeah, none of those.
So using my religion, can I put together a better list?
Go ahead and roll your religion. You need to beat a 16. You try everything you know over the next 45 minutes. And all that happens is the wolf gets bored, Harbeck kind of falls asleep leaning against his hammer, and the guard captain is just totally frustrated because he has no idea what you want and can't give you any answers.
Is there anything else of interest in this area? Ancient ruins, monsters that need to be avoided?
At this point, the guard captain is like, oh, you guys really are amateurs, aren't you?
What does that make you, Mr. One Shot He Went Down?
Unlucky, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
So you think that if I did that again, you would fare better?
I think if I had my sword, I would fare better. Why don't you untie me and find out, little man?
As he says that, I bite his foot off.
Really?
Or attempt to.
All right. Roll an attack. You have to hit a DC 10. Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
Okay, this has gotten out of control real fast.
Okay.
Harbeck, help.
Harbeck wakes up to the sound of screaming as the wolf is sitting there chewing on a foot that is no longer attached and blood is spewing across the ground. The guard captain is screaming his head off.
I spit the foot out to the bandit on top of him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he doesn't stop screaming or squirming or panicking.
So
Well,
I could try and heal him and then just like that could serve as a warning and maybe he'll start talking more.
We're going to kill you, then we're going to resurrect you, kill you again, then we're going to kill you.
Unless now some of the other bandits are awake.
Oh, everybody's awake now. Even
Everybody's awake, so
the
maybe they're
all the
cowering
kobolds
in
are
fear.
backing up. And, like they've got a look of horror in their eyes.
person.
So maybe the others will talk.
So you're going to let him bleed out, or what? Harbeck, are you awake? Or you really did fall asleep?
I didn't realize I was muted. I'm sorry.
Yes. You were asleep.
Yeah. So, holy crap.
Hubert is the least skilled healer in the party, but if no one else will do anything magical, he'll try to use his healing kit.
Harbeck can solve the
Healing
problem.
spells.
I'll walk. Is he still conscious?
He's blathering, but yeah, he's mostly conscious.
I will walk up to him and say, I'll heal that wound if you tell us what we want to know. Go ahead and shake your head yes.
He shakes his head violently, yes.
All right.
Nice.
You could have done the laying on of hands too, or whatever that thing is, the paladin thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you do not reattach his foot. Instead, it stumps over immediately. The bleeding stops, and his color looks a little bit better. And then he's kind of like leaning over limply, and he's like, water.
I'll give him some water out of my water skin.
Okay, he drinks greedily, as much as you'll give him. Luckily, there's a river close by, so no problem. And it's fresh.
I
All
back
right.
up and I start licking my paw and just laying on the ground.
Okay.
So
So once again,
I-
things of interest in the area: ruins, monsters.
After he finished drinking, he looks at you and he's like, there's some kind of weird ruins further up the chasm from the camp, and that road leads somewhere. We don't know where, but the map you showed me looked like it had some markings for something down there. You seem to know. You have more information than I do.
the little house drawing. I'll point at the little house drawing and say, like, are you talking about this area here?
Yes, he nods.
All right.
Yeah, that weird elf lady. She ordered everyone to leave it alone, stay out of it.
So nobody's been there?
Not since the first day we set up camp in the canyon. When she found out that we were looking at it, she got mad, really mad.